Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people say, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A first carry for Elijah McGuire. Room to run past midfield. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Avery Williamson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Jackson now. Buying time to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not good.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Jackson. steps away to his left. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Dancing to his left. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for a loss on the play. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Avery Williamson in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Breda. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a toss play. It's Breda. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. On the carry, this is McGuire. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. On first down, it's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Breida. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Down right around the 25. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And the Ravens taking the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. Now Jackson on first down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Henry Anderson able to drop him for a loss of 4. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. He's got it at the 15. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Jackson now on 2nd and 10, forced out to his left. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Jackson to throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. 3rd down here.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for... And he coughed it up! But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's Rawls. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Steps away to his left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Ravens have got it. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Darren Lee in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Going deep here for Bryant. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Taken from just outside the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. A first down throw, Darnold. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
This is Breida, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now it's Jackson, and his throw is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
To throw is Jackson, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Jackson on 1st down. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again is Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And now out come the Jets. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball in the way.
That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Darnold from the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 39 that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Here's Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Dante Moncrief, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. His throw incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 19. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. taken in at the 22. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here. And again. And look at this. It's a fake. And now the rookie's free. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now.